Well, hello, I'm Shawnee Allridge, your favorite real estate broker and appraiser, and I am here to shed some light on, attracting, right? Attracting your clients, and what does that look like? And I wanted to come across as being simplistic. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed with the information. Down in the description below, you click the link, and you'll have access to a playbook, just something to have for you to reference as you are, doing practical things like putting this thing into action. Okay, activate your business. Okay, so first we're going to have 5 things. Okay, so the first thing is I want you to remember that building your personal brand is really important. So let's talk about it. Your personal brand is not just your logo and your pretty color scheme. As you can see, I'm wearing red. That's the color that I use a lot. If you see any of my marketing and any of my social media platforms, you're going to see a lot of red. Okay, that's my thing. But branding is more than that. It's your reputation, y'all. It's the promise that you are offering to your audience, your potential clients. It's how they remember you. Okay, so real estate clients don't just buy homes, they buy you. They're buying into you, believe it or not. They're trusting in you and they're buying into you. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to pick your lane. Let's do it. Let's decide, right away, what are we doing here? Are we the first time home buyer coach? Okay. Are we the luxury home matchmaker? Are we the relocation expert? Because maybe you've moved into a whole different city or state or country for that matter, and firsthand what that looks like. The experience that you had, so you're really able to kind of lean into that. But let's pick a lane. Now you're saying to yourself, Shani, but I want to do it all. I want to do this and that because I know so many people and I just want to be able to, I don't want to lose an opportunity. That is fine, because a lot of times I'll have clients that they're not moving into Georgia from some other state. They live in Georgia. They just want to buy a house, but they like me, right? But my YouTube channel, you'll hear me saying a lot of moving into Georgia and things like that. And I do have clients that are moving in from different states. But you see what I'm getting at? So just because you're saying that you're the luxury home matchmaker doesn't mean you can't help a first-time home buyer. It doesn't mean you can't help someone who's moving in from a different state. But you got to pick a lane to help them to zero in on what they're looking for. Okay, they know that, oh, she has a niche. Oh, that he has a niche. He knows what he's doing. She knows what she's doing. Okay, so pick that so people can know exactly why they're calling you. Why are they calling you? Because they can trust you. You're speaking to what their situation is. Okay, now once you've chosen your lane, you got to be consistent with that. You have to say to yourself, okay, I'm going to do this. The way I'm going to do is this way, right here, right there, right there, right. So all of your social media platforms and channels, anywhere you're showing up, it needs to be consistent with your brand, your colors. The headshot needs to be similar. The tagline across all platforms. Okay, so people can know that's her, that's him. Because sometimes it gets confusing. Like if you have multiple pages and stuff like that, they're like, well, which one do I choose? Listen, we don't want to confuse anybody. We don't want them getting confused. We want them to know, boom, right away. You're here. This is it. You're in the right place. Okay, at the right time. Okay, so choose a really great headshot that you love and stay consistent with that across all platforms. Whenever you're going to change that headshot, change it. If you feel like, hey, I'm looking different now, my hair is different, change it. Okay, just make sure it's consistent. Also, use tools like Canva. It's made my life easier. I've been using Canva for, honestly, I don't know how long. Forever, seems like. Use Canva, to design your templates and your flyers. Everything looks really, really similar, right? Your email graphics, your social media presence, it all looks very similar because you're using it with Canva. So you're keeping the same consistent fonts, the same consistent color, and shades of whatever your color is staying consistent. Okay. Also, I recommend using Linktree. It's a super easy way to put all of the links that pertain to you in one place. So when someone says, when you see a post on Instagram, for example, and it says link in my bio, what they're saying is go to their bio and click that link, and then you can find out how to, engage with them more. Okay, make it easy for the person, right? The link tree link has all the things they can do to get in contact with you, all the ways they can see what you have going on, and to schedule with you and things like that. Okay, so the key is show up, be consistent across all platforms so that people can trust you. And then they'll see that you're professional. They'll trust you. They'll want to reach out to you. They'll feel comfortable doing it because, hey, they know that this is the right person, because on their Facebook it says this, their LinkedIn it says that, their Google page says this, their IG page says that, their TikTok, wherever you are, they know, oh, that's her, that's him. Okay, personal brand, you got to build it. Okay, so the next thing is you want to create valuable content. Content is king, but let's be real, content doesn't have to be complicated. It really doesn't. So I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. I know we just talked about one particular thing with, building your brand, but content doesn't have to be complicated. Just look at what other people are doing, right? I'm pretty sure some of them were shy and didn't want to start to do anything, but they eventually started. So just think of it as something that is fun to do, something that you need to do as part of business you're working today, all right, to put the content out there. So I don't want you to get burnt out. I don't want you to overthink. So here's the thing. Don't aim for perfection. For all you perfectionists out there, you're like, they're going to judge me. It's not going to look right the first few times. And you're right. Unless you are an actress and you have a producer and a director. If you have that background, it's probably going to be close to perfect. Okay. But for anyone else, such as myself, it's not going to be perfect. And I really don't care that it's perfect. I want it to be nice. I want it to be clear and easy to consume, but I don't care if it's perfect. I mean, I still have imperfections in the videos that I put out now. I do. If you go back and look at them, you're like, well, dang, she spelled that word wrong, in the caption. That's fine. I need to get it out though. I want a video out every week. And so that's the biggest goal. Okay. So how about you set aside 2 or 3 hours to batch record? You're going to batch record. And that means you're going to record a bunch of videos at one time. That way you don't have to go back and set up your desk with the camera and you don't have to go and put on makeup again, and you don't have to go and do all these things day after day. You can do a bunch of it in one day. That really has worked for me, and I know it'll work for you. So maybe you'll say, I'm going to record 3 videos, 4 videos today. And so that this is my day. I'm working, right? I'm real estate. I'm working, and part of my work is to record these videos and enjoy it. Have a good time doing it. Hey, just be you. Be authentic, because when you're creating this content, you are speaking to somebody. Someone is going to really take you seriously and sit there and consume that information. And here you are, being yourself, right? Talking how you talk, whatever type of accent you have. You would be so amazed at people who really appreciate it, right? Imagine if you were somebody coming in from a different state and you talk one way. Like, say you're coming in from New York and you have the New York accent, but you really enjoy hearing people talk Southern. You would really appreciate me because I'm super Southern, right? And sometimes I can turn it on and off, but it'll come in and you'll be like, there it is. Okay. So be yourself and enjoy creating this content. So start tomorrow. I know you're like, what? Start tomorrow. It can be Market Monday or Motivational Monday. It could be Tip Tuesday. It could be on Fridays. You could do some behind the scenes of like touring homes or something like. Just think of these things and literally do it every week. If it's just three days out the week or whatever, and you're like, I'm only gonna do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, Shawnee. That's all I got. That's fine. Do it every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Don't miss a beat. I don't care if you're sick. Don't miss a beat. And I'm going to tell you how you can avoid missing a beat. Batch recording. When you batch record and you have so many videos that are already scheduled to release, you can be in the bed sick, but that video still went out. That content still went out. Okay. So I recommend using CapCut, InShot for editing, using your phone, super easy. You can also, because you don't need a camera crew. You can literally just get a tripod, use your phone camera, and just go for it. Okay, so use CapCut or InShot to edit. And when you think about what type of captions you want to use Chat GPT for that. Okay, yeah, use Chat GPT for that. And then when you want to start scheduling your content to go out over all these different platforms, you can use Buffer to help you with that. Okay, you just kind of schedule it out however, whenever you, whatever time of day you want, and things like that. So remember, your content is not about running up behind and chasing people. It's about being of service. Being of service. Think that as you're speaking. How can I be of service, right? How can I be a resource to you? And then once you're showing up consistently being a resource, they're going to remember you. Someone's going to say, I remember that person who had that red on, that lady with the red on. She always got that red lip on. What is her name? Dang. I think her name is Shawnee, right? It really happens just like that. Because when you think about it, when you're thinking about a restaurant, an artist that you like, something that you like, you think about those things. What can help you jog your memory, right? If you type in part of their name, will it pop up? You know what I'm saying? It really makes a difference, all right? So it's really important that you create valuable content. It's going to take you a very long way. All right, next, leveraging social proof. Really important. Let's talk about that. What is proof? Proof is showing your audience that I'm not only just talking about it, I'm actually being about it. And I have people that can vouch for me, right? Because a lot of times people are like, I don't want to be the first one to work with her or work with him. Or who else has worked with them? You know how you go, before you go to eat at a restaurant and you're like out of town and you're like, let me go to Google and let me, see what restaurants are nearby. And then you're looking at the reviews and you're like, I'm not going there. They got a 3. And then you're like, I'm going to go here because they have a 4.5. So people need social proof. They need to see that. Are they really doing something? Now, if you're new, you may not have social proof. But what you have is you have the opportunity to show what you can do, what you will do, right? What you're going to be known for. Show them that, right? Show them that you're out going to events. Show them that you know how to speak to people and you know how to speak to things, right? Show them that you have relationships with the business owners in your community. You have relationships with maybe the police, sheriff's office, or whatever like that, That is really good social proof as well. If you have clientele, and now you're like, well, I'm building up clientele, so what do I do when I build the clientele up? Grab those testimonials, grab those reviews. They are powerful, okay? And they are honest to God truth from someone who worked with you, okay? After every closing, don't be shy. Ask for a testimonial right away, a video testimonial. If they say, I don't do videos, don't push it. Just say, hey, I'm going to send you a link to my Google page. Can you leave one there real quick? Boom, 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 boom. It's done. Okay. I really like for you to get some videos, but even now, my clients who are my age and older, they don't want it. Like, they don't want to be on camera. They don't want all this extra stuff. And it's like, I know it too. It's like, because even when you get to know your clients as you're going through the whole transaction journey, you learn like the things that they will and will not do. So it's like, I'd be knowing like they're not going to do it. They're not going to do a video, but they will do something. Okay. And we'll take that, right? Social proof. The thing about the social proof is the reason why it's really so important. It just builds credibility. Yeah. And especially if you can get them to type some stuff into your Google page. When people are like Googling agent that understands this, agent from this, best agent that does this, and then Google will find you and put you in front of them. So their experience with you is really important, and them putting it into on your Google review page is just really, really great. Okay. So also you can do this too, which is really cool. You can actually create a nice little template using Canva using Canva, create a nice template where it's like, I don't know, client love, happy homeowner day or something like that. And so every blue moon, you may, maybe once a month or twice a month, you post the client that you work with in their testimonial, just so people can see it, right? And you can continue to recycle this over the years. You can use the same one 2 years from now, right? It's showing a true testimony. The testimony lasts forever. They bought a house 2 years ago. They bought a house last year, but so what? And you posted it before, but so what? You're just reminding people like this testimonial is real, and they can also find it on Google. Okay, so very good. So the bottom line is when people see that other people trust you, they will trust you too. You know this. Just think about yourself. Think about how you navigate through the world, and the restaurants that you go to, the places that you shop and spend your money, the doctors that you use, okay, and things like that, the attorneys that you hire. You're doing it because you know that they have a good reputation, okay, and others trust them. So social proof it sells you without having to chase people, right? It's the social proof is just a lot of leverage for you. Okay, so let's talk about, you're posting things, right? Things are going out consistently like we discussed before. And here's a simple thing that I want you to do, and don't forget it, all right? So just know that you are no longer posting. You're posting for a reason, right? You're trying to show people like, hey, I'm here. I am still in business, okay? So you need to post knowing that you want to somehow engage, right? Whether you post on your social media, whether you post in videos on YouTube, I don't know what you're going to be doing, right? You're going to figure this out, but wherever you are, you want to engage, okay? For me, I have most traction on my YouTube channel. I have 2 YouTube channels. I have one that is speaking right to buyers and sellers. And I have another one that's speaking to just agents, right? And so what am I wanting to do here? When I post, should someone respond? I'm responding back. It may be a short conversation. It may be just a two-way they say something, I say something, and that's it. But if they want to engage more, then I will. But it's showing engagement. That's really important. So just know that when you make a post, whatever platform you're using, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you're posting, be sure to take some time out to respond. If you're like, man, Shawnee, I don't think I have time to do that. Okay, well then set up there's a tool that you can use called ManyChat, MANY chat, and you can design it to respond automatically to anyone that engages, okay? And I use ManyChat, and what I do is I use ManyChat and I respond. So ManyChat will say something, okay, that's great, but then I'm gonna come back and say something too at some point. So you can do that too, okay? Really, really cool when they see that, oh, this person is responding to me, like they're not too busy to even respond, like, wow, this is good. And also, here's some things you can do. Join a local Facebook group. Facebook is really a great tool. My daughter, she's young, so she's like, Facebook is for like old people. And I'm like, well, that's fine. I don't care what you say. Facebook is a great tool. So join some Facebook groups, okay? Join next door communities, and like, don't say, hey, y'all, I'm a real estate agent, whatever, use me. No, you're in this group to provide, a service. So do that. Provide that service to the community, okay? Just, you're adding value. Just be someone that is a person that has this of value, right? Easy to talk to. You're not trying to get someone else's client. You're trying to be of value, because what happens is when you're of value, people will gravitate towards that. People are trying to get questions answered. They're trying to make a decision on something. And so when they're in these groups, you'll see like people are always asking questions. Can you answer the question? Weigh in. It builds trust, okay? So tools to help you stay on top of your engagement is, of course, like I said, ManyChat. Use Meta Business Suite. It helps you stay on top of your comments and your DMs. It's all in one place. Mm-hmm. Use your CRM. That's your client relationship management system. Use that. You can use, I use Bold Trail, but you can use Follow Up Boss. There's so many different things that your broker may have in place. that you can take advantage of, okay? And that way you can stay on track and on top of your conversations, okay? So remember, be genuine, be relatable, be authentic, a human first, and a realtor second. And then you'll see how the attraction will happen. I'm telling you, it totally works, okay? Okay, so the last thing I want to implore that you implement into your business right away, out the gate, start doing this, is to offer value first. I'm not going to lie, I like to put a price tag on things because it takes a lot to put things together and things like that. And just to offer it for free sometimes for me is unsettling. I'm just being honest with you. But I have also learned that some things you can give away. I'm not saying give it all away, but I'm saying give some things away. And, you know, some people like to have something to, like some bullet points, like task to do, you know, and people need it to be simple, right? We can talk all day long and they're taking it in, but when they're done and they're settled, what in the world was just said, right? So lead with value first. You know, talk, and then say, hey, I have a checklist. Don't worry. Like everything we just discussed, I have it right here. So here's your free checklist. Here's your free guide. Here's a free webinar, right? Offer a webinar. And maybe if you feel like I don't want to do a webinar by myself, pull in one of your vendors. Now you're building a relationship with your vendor, okay? Pull in your attorney, pull in your home inspector, pull in your, like all the players that participate in a home being built and purchased. See if you can build relationships with them so that you can offer free value to your audience with this particular expert in whatever field that they're in, okay? And just create some simple resources and just say, you can have it. If you want to have it, you know, in a PDF format and you email it out to others, that's fine. If you want to have where they can click on it and they can download it, that's fine too. Whatever it is you want to do, making it easier for your audience, do that, okay? You can make it using Canva. Canva, again, is going to be your best friend. You're going to become a Canva expert, right? Use Canva quick and simple because you're already going to have you know what your colors are. You know what your favorite font to use is. You know all these things now because you've already been playing with Canva. Use that and create your simple guide. Okay, and then what happens is you can use different mailer systems to get it out there. I use Constant Contact, but there are other ways to, you know, do mass emails where people's email will receive it. Okay, it won't go to like the spam and stuff. So use that like with your free guides. And then like you can do like YouTube has a YouTube Live. Okay, you can do Instagram Live. You can do like little webinars and like post them and then send them out through your mailing system, right? Your database, and say, hey, free information, you know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes of your time. Just, you know, want to get you, you know, up to speed on how things are going right now in the city of such and such, and things like that, right? Simple, easy. But I want you to have fun doing it. And I want you to look at it like this is part of the business. This is how I'm going to make that next compensation check, right? The money will come, the opportunities will come, but I have to create value. And I got to give that first because if not, people will just move over because everyone's tired of like having to pay for everything. You know, like people need to know like, hey, I can get some things. She'll give me something to get me started. You know, I may not get it all, but what she gave me was so good that I just want to go ahead and work with her or him. Okay. So just make it a habit to, not chase the leads, right? Make it a habit to be a human first and a realtor second. Okay. Yes. And then relax, right? It's going to happen. Now, is real estate challenging? Yes, it is. I believe every industry is challenging. All right. So just which one you going to do? Okay. You in real estate now. Okay. You got this, right? Just implement these 5 things into your business right away. Okay. You don't have to chase the leads. You're going to attract the leads by simply being who you are. All right. Good luck to you. Catch my other videos. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I will respond to it. Give me some time, but I will respond. I wish you well, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care.